Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. This is the intraday for Bitcoin. We're gonna see what happened and what it might happen next on the 1 hour and the 15-minute chart. Now, we mentioned today in the daily that be careful, we are facing here some weakness in the morning, and that because of course the weekend didn't took the target and didn't reach the high, and of course we see a slowdown with the momentum here. We're having, of course, a lower high, and of course followed by an impulse where we can see, of course, an impulse there, and that means, of course, was the indication of a weakness there for Bitcoin, that we might not continue, of course, our scenario here as an ABC or a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So very likely the scenario of the triangle is unfolding here, and we might see, of course, an ABCD. Currently we are in a wave D, of course, as a zigzag. And we might, of course, have a wave E and then pushing again for lower, guys. So lower possibility, lower prices are the highest possibility here. Because, of course, we might still be in a 1, 2, 3 here. This is your wave 4 as triangle, and then wave 5. And very likely that this is the case, that because, of course, wave 4 tends to be, of course, triangles as well. So, yeah, we gotta be careful with it. It doesn't look, of course, yet ready for any rebound. We still, of course, aiming for lower, especially a clear impulse here. A, B, and a C, another impulse just unfolding right now aggressively. So we might still see even lower. So trade safe. Yeah, so very likely, of course, to continue for lower prices. And what does it mean that we might face lower prices? First of all, it means that we probably, not yet, of course, with the wave D, potentially the wave D is gonna hit, of course, our channel here, the base channel taken from the 1, 2, and then wave 3 potentially unfolding there. So the triangle is gonna, of course, use this base channel as a retracement, and then we push for a wave E, and then we break it, of course, with a wave 5. If this is gonna happen, that means, of course, here on the 4-hour chart, we have our base channel broken again decisively, and that means, of course, we might be also in double 1, 2. We might see here a wave 3 that it might, of course, unfold for lower prices, and this, guys, might, of course, bring us to a deep correction. So we gotta be careful. This might be the answer for a deep correction. So we gotta be careful. Yes, the market can do this decision suddenly, and then, of course, pushing for a wave 3, 4, and a 5 here, meaning a deep correction in a large A, B, and a C, that it might take, of course, some time here until July 2027 to see a bull run for Bitcoin. So, yeah, we gotta be careful with it. It doesn't look yet ready to push for higher here. In any case of 3 waves down, 3 waves up as a regular flat, and then wave C, or as an expanding flat as well, then wave C. So, yeah. We'll see, of course, what's going to happen. Now, of course, if this is going to continue potentially as also internally as an ABC impulse there, because there is a possibility, I'm going to explain it as well. We might hit only the 1-to-1 fib level, taking the 0.38 as well, and might, of course, rebound in 3 waves again. So if we stay above the 52K and, of course, around this ranging here, the strong range for Bitcoin, we might still, of course, hold on the position there and then rebound toward the upside. Now, what I mean, of course, with it, on the lower time frame, you might see, of course, this potential scenario, rather than being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, an impulse, total impulse there, it can be double 1, 2, wave 3, and this is your wave 4. Meaning, this magenta scenario is still unfolding the wave 4 there, because you didn't took the invalidation of it as well. So it's still an active scenario here in double 1, 2, and we gotta be careful with it. So of course that will bring a single wave C, and that means, of course, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 4 and a 5, and then 4 and a 5 to finish only a wave C, meaning ABC. You're still in an ABC, and this can keep us in a potential of W, X, and a Y rather than a deep correction, which can keep us, of course, in the range here of the 52K. Yeah, so inside this blue box. And of course, we might get a range toward the upside again, 3 waves as a regular flat, and etc. So I would say this scenario cannot be invalidated before taking, of course, or breaking below the 52k 200. The three waves down as WX and a Y, and then wave B toward the upside. Okay, because it's not possible, of course, to break it or to invalidate it yet without taking the 52k, breaking the 1-to-1, knowing that even it can be a very deep wave, wave Y. But yeah, very low possibility, highest possibility goes definitely, of course, for the wave 3, of course, impulse toward the downside. And we have to count this as double 1-2. Yeah, so we have to, because this is an expanding diagonal there. Yep, so these are the possibilities for Bitcoin. Weakness is still there. We're going to see lower prices, and 52k, of course, is the price decision between a very deep correction below 50k. We're talking 25, 20, 35k, or we're going to range again up toward the upside here in a shallow wave 2. It's going to take simply time, visiting again, of course, the 52k later on at in the wave C here, after ABC, of course, and visiting the 52k and starting a bull run from there. So we'll see, guys, which one is gonna be. Is it the regular flat or the deep correction? We'll see, of course, what the price will decide exactly in this region. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.